At the start of 2024, I knew no Spanish. However, at the end, yo puedo hablar español a un nivel conversacional y yo puedo usar el español en mi trabajo también y para hacer nuevos amigos. It's crazy. Guys, listen to me. The methods in this video are the most fun and intriguing ways you can use to learn another language. I'm the type of guy who hates studying. I cannot do it. I cannot do these traditional methods, and I never thought I'd be able to learn another language. However, with the methods in this video, you'll see that language learning can be a lot of fun, and you'll make a lot of progress, because the most important thing is sticking to something. And if you want to stick to something, you need to enjoy it. So trust me, you will regret not staying to the end of this video, because this video might change the way you learn languages and might make you have a lot of progress in the future. So I would stay to the very end. So method number one is social media. Now, I use social media a little too much every single day. However, if I used it correctly, I'd be learning my target language while enjoying the content I still like. Because most of the time when I'm scrolling on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, I'm not learning anything. I'm just watching stuff that I'm going to forget almost instantaneously. However, there's methods you can do to make language learning more effective just with social media. By changing your language, you can get content in your target language. As well, find content that is relative to native speakers. And all of a sudden, that 15, 20, 30, and hey, even an hour you spend on social media can be turned into something super productive. I'm going to show you guys how I did this with YouTube, specifically YouTube Shorts. When you want to learn with Shorts, here's what you got to do first. So search up in your target language what you want to watch for YouTube Shorts. Now, for example, we'll do baloncesto, basketball. You guys already know by now, I love basketball. So at the top, whenever you search it up, you will see that there are shorts. There are 4 of them at the top for basketball. So let's click this one. Wow, this guy's cooking up. And it has a little title here in Spanish. And if we keep scrolling, then we're gonna get videos in Spanish. These are keys of how to shoot a basketball. And what's great about YouTube Shorts is there's always a comment section on every single video. So if you like the short, you can look at the comment section. You guys already know how to use that comment section method. So you're able to kind of put those together as well. But the shorts are really entertaining for many reasons. You get to see quick text on the screen that you're reading. Also, two people talking. This guy is talking about the history of Russell Westbrook we have here, who's led the NBA in triple doubles, which is a pretty big deal. And you can look at the comment sections on that and kind of get into the discussion of that. Sometimes people will post videos with audio of famous songs in Spanish that you can find and look up. But this is just a great way to use YouTube in a quick way to learn a lot. I've learned so much just scrolling on YouTube Shorts, not even realizing it. And all of a sudden, I've spent 30 minutes reading Spanish about content that I like to see. It can be a waste of time if you're doing it unproductively. However, if you're doing it in your target language, it's actually really productive to learn. My next method is video games. Now, video games can be one of the most fun, chill, and relaxing ways you can use to make real progress in your language. I've used video games like Minecraft and Fortnite to become quite knowledgeable about my target language and meet people online that you can play with. I'll show you some clips of me using Fortnite and Minecraft and how I use these to learn another language. So once you load into your language learning world, you're going to be able to start building. Now, here's what I like to do. I like to make a road of houses for different grammar tenses. So I'll have my present tense house, my past tense house, my future tense house, and different houses for different grammar rules. So you'll make a house and then you'll put up signs for all the different grammar rules. And then you'll then make example signs on the other side of the house showing how these verbs and how these conjugations work in real time. And it's great because while you're building, you really get to practice the grammar rules, you really get to practice what you're working on. And then as you're playing, you could just stop by in this house and quickly review these grammar rules and these sentences because you made a pretty cool house and it's on the walls. In another area, you can build a bunch of houses for vocabulary. You could build a farm and then have signs for farm vocabulary in your target language. You could build a house with the most common vocabulary words. If you like basketball, you could build a basketball court and have a bunch of signs explaining basketball vocabulary. And so as you're building, you're learning these words and you're learning them in context. And then you'll remember, oh, when I was playing Minecraft, I built this huge area and I needed to learn all of these words. And then when you go back onto your world and keep playing, you review it every single time you go into one of these areas. The way that you guys probably aren't using is one of these guys right here. No, it doesn't have to be a red vehicle, car, or truck. It's just simply the fact that you need to use your vehicle to your advantage. Guys, we drive all the time, every single day, and honestly, sometimes that time is just wasted. But you know you have to do it anyway. Why don't you just listen to a podcast in your target language while you're doing that? For me, I do not want to study with a book. However, put on an easy podcast for a couple months and you'll really start retaining words. Depending on your target language, there's multiple different podcasts you can find, from a very easy level all the way to advanced. Now, I listen to advanced podcasts on things that I actually want to listen to. However, it's just in my target language. I'll listen to sports podcasts, sports videos, money podcasts, all from Spanish speakers that I want to hear. Now, if you're learning French, you can do the same thing for that. There's many different podcasts for many different languages to help you guys out. Because come on, you're going to be sitting in traffic for 20 minutes either way. Why not make it productive for you? And it's easy, and it's an easy way for you to make some progress on your target language. I'll show you how easy it is to set up a podcast in your car. So first, what you want to do, open your car door and get inside. Then you turn on the car and you hook up your podcast. And just like that, you can drive and listen to your podcast of your choice and learn a lot on the way. Now, if you don't like listening to podcasts, you can also listen to music. Often when I'm at the gym, I don't want to listen to a podcast. I want to listen to some music to hype me up. So what I'll do while I'm working out is pick a song for that day. This doesn't have to be just at the gym. It's any time where you're sitting there for an hour or two where you would be listening to music anyway. You could just pick a song and use that time for the song. And what I like to do is in between sets at the gym, I'll stop and I'll look at the lyrics on my phone. And I'll try my best to understand what the lyrics are and translate them in my head or see the English translations underneath. So it helps me really understand what the song is about. And once I see it over and over again, and I'm listening to it over and over again, I learn a ton of new words for that day, and I find out the real meaning to this song. Now in this video clip, I was recording with my phone, but in this moment right here, I would usually be using my phone in between sets. I'll go one step farther with the music sometimes, and I'll go into my notes app on my phone and try to make sentences with some of the verses I've heard to kind of make it relate more to my life, so I will remember it more and can use these in actual conversation opportunities. And if you guys don't think you have time for that, here's all the things that I was doing today where I could have been listening to something. Building Lego, I could have had my headphones on. Doing some casual work on my computer, I could have had my headphones on. Moments like this, guys, are times where you can get some extra easy time in on your language learning, and it doesn't really even feel like anything too special. Now, my last method is interacting with people in your community. Now, guys, if you live in a city, this is easy money. You're going to be able to find many different people who speak your target language in your area. And you got to go outside of your comfort zone, but when you do it, it's a lot of fun. You get to speak and meet new people with interesting stories in your community. For me, I went to the Spanish Christmas festival in my town, and it was crazy. I didn't know really anybody there, but my Spanish was at a good enough level from these previous methods, and this is another great way for me to have fun and practice my target language. And oh boy, I was nervous, but I had a lot of fun. I got there, I didn't know what to do. However, I started speaking Spanish right away, and everyone was super supportive. And they were surprised on how quickly I could speak this much in 10 months. Guys, they asked me if I had a teacher, they asked me if I was taking courses, and I was like, no. I learned this all on my own. Alright guys, that's the video. I really hope you enjoyed. I spent a lot of time trying to make these methods for you guys to make them fun and effective. They've worked amazingly for me, and I know they will work for you too. So if you're still here, you might as well hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to be posting so much videos in 2025 to help you guys out and help you on your language learning journeys. Anyway guys, that's the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.